live on StreamYard and live on YouTube. So we're there just waiting for people to show up. Then I'll get started. So if anybody does. If not, me and you have a short chat and call it quits. uh, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what's happened since last week. Uh, Nothing. But it, we've done some more research. It's definitely the right, or I should say, the left hand side, the driver's side, front bearing. You know, so because has a roar to it, and if I turn the steering wheel to the left, like on a good curve, turn it to the left, so the weight shifting onto the right wheel, right? It eases the pressure slightly on that left wheel, and the roaring eases off. Doesn't go away entirely, but eases off enough that you can tell it, right? And then, of course, when you straighten back up, the roar comes back. So, and you can get uh, the 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 wheel hub assembly with the ABS wire on it or connector on it or whatever it is for my particular car uh, for $38. Cheap one off of Amazon. You know.
Nice. And it may not be your best quality bearing, but at the very least, hopefully it'd buy you a couple years. I'd
That's all I need.
I'd
Yeah.
recommend changing both, or at least getting both. I don't know,
You think
financially
so?
or whatever. It usually those are one of them things where if one's gone, the other's usually right there. So, um, at least from what I've experienced. So I treat
Yeah.
those similar to tie rods or ball joints or whatever. And,
Yeah.
one's bad on the front right, then I'll change the front right and left. Just that way you're not chasing the same, 2, 3 months later, it starts doing the same damn thing again, so it's
Yeah. Yeah. But
easier to make a
it looks easy
afternoon
enough
out
to
of it.
do.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
It
just basically
goes
like
on
doing
and
your
off.
brake job. The only real difference is you got to crack your CV axle nut, you know, uh, pop that off, and then obviously with your rotor out of the way, you can get to the bolts.
Yeah.
Remove your bolts. Hopefully it pops right out. If it doesn't, I would expect to have to whack it with a hammer a few times.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll fall right out. Sometimes they, come out, yeah, like you would expect, and then other times, you would swear, the devil put it in or something. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
so
I'm gonna do some research, see if I can get a deal on the pair. Yeah. So
yeah, there's
anyway,
also A1 Auto Parts. I mean, there's a bunch of places out there on the lower end that I've dealt with a bunch that
yeah.
seem to be okay. I try to avoid a couple. I'd know it if I seen it. It's like DH or something. Damn, I don't want to give people bad advice or curse something, but I got the logo visualized or memorized or something. I don't know, but some of them, you know, there is such thing as too cheap. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Example, getting a real cheap setup for my car, and the ball joint snapped, and I hit another car, so not good.
No,
And
that's
that
not
was
good.
all a preventative maintenance thing. It wasn't even bad. I just figured, it hadn't been done since I had the car, or this or that. Sometimes I get a little crazy, so I just thought I'd swap out, and bit me in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, let me get this show on the road here. we got showing up. Gizzard Gary's here. So I'm just going to say welcome to Rick's Life as I See It, Shooting with Disabilities edition. And welcome to the show. Let me introduce my panelist at the moment is New York Outcast. How you doing? Or as he's calling himself tonight, the Pet Grave Digger. How you doing?
Doing all right. Sorry, that's been changed, I think, on the Scotsman show. I didn't realize it stuck with me, so
Oh yeah,
I'll have to adjust that. I apologize.
that's all right. It's not a problem.
But good to thanks for bringing it to my attention. But no, good to be here, and yeah, tired today, man. Tired, up early, working. Had to relocate a shed with my truck. Take out a bush.
Relocate a shed with that old truck of yours.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a son of a bitch today. So I actually got done what would be considered early. Came home and sat at my bed for a minute, started drooling on myself, and the next thing I know, the lady was like, "You want to eat?" And it was dinner time. So, which is very rare. So I don't know, but yeah, I got burned the hell out today for some reason. So lots of heavy lifting, but glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. And say thank you to the. Let's see. So far, I don't know how many lurkers we got, but we got 2 or 3 in the chat here. So we're, well, that's fine with me. It's early days. Anyway, there was something I was going to mention, and I can't remember what in the hell it was. Something to do with firearms too. Nope, it's gone. Damn it! It was something. It was something trivial. What?
So did you write it down?
No, that's what I did.
Well, you should make a note to write things down.
I used to have a pad when I was in my other office across the hall there, and I'd write things down. But I don't know what it did with the pad. It's gone. I'm just going to have to break down and go to the dollar store and buy a dollar pad to write on.
Yeah. And there's those little Mead. I like those Mead ones with the spiral scroll thing on the top. So get a pack of like 5 for a few bucks. So
yeah.
I usually buy those a couple at a time and got them scattered everywhere. The trouble's which one did I write what I need in. So, but they work out great when you're climbing on a roof or something like that too. You can slide it in your pocket or take notes. I guess it's a holdover from the military, maybe, but pen and paper, man. But we should all have it.
We should. And the older you get, the more you need it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. More detailed you get in life and stuff. It's good for notes. So at least, there's maybe some people just mentally do it all. I mean, I try to do that, but every once in a while I forget something. So.
Oh yeah, I do too. But I've noticed since I've as I mature in age, I'll say, well, I've got to get when I go down the store, I got to stop and I got to get this, and this, and I'll say. I'll make myself a note on my phone. So I go into the other room, get my phone to start writing a note, and I'll yell out to Laura and I'll say, what was it I was going to get? Because I've forgotten from one room to the next.
Damn.
I tell you, it's getting bad.
Yeah.
But it normally comes back to me eventually. Oh yeah, I remember what it was. So I might have ordered been to the store and come back.
Yeah.
But then I know what I was meant to get.
Well, that's like sometimes going to the store and you get everything but what the hell you went for? You
Oh
just
yeah, I've done
totally
that
forgot
too.
about, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, that really sucks when it's like toilet paper or something. 'Cause then you got
Oh
to
yeah,
go back.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're just gonna have to bite the bullet on the gas and go back.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Well, that's a topic I want to talk about tonight. I'm going to get political tonight. I'm just kind of. Anyway, I'm going to do my little shooting with disabilities section, and it's not a lot. It's a very small section today, but I was looking up stuff to. It was sort of like, well, me with especially my hands and arthritis, right? And I was coming across. I mean, I didn't. It didn't even dawn on me, but because I mean, I will wear when it's really hurting. I've shot with my compression gloves on before, but you can you can get tape to put on your fingers. They use it for oh, what in the hell is it? Brazilian Jitsu. They use it a lot in that where you put tape on your finger, a thin strip in front of your knuckle and behind your knuckle, and crisscross it on the back side, and it's meant to ease the pressure on your joints while you're doing your activity you're doing. I was thinking, oh, that sounds. I thought, well, I have to give that a try because it's mainly my thumb that hurts the most. I mean, I'm not going to tape up my whole hand if there's no need, you know. But it's mainly my worst one is my left hand. It's my left thumb is my worst offender. It's plus my right thumb too. But I shoot as you know. I've gone back to shooting left-handed, even though that's my weak hand now. I.e., I don't have the strength in it since I had the operation all those years ago. But I feel I can. I feel I'm naturally left-handed anyway, as you guys know, and I just find it's more natural for me to go left-handed than to go right-handed, even though I can shoot right-handed as left and aiming. I mean, I say aiming. Yeah, using the sights is easier with my right arm because I'm right eye dominant. So when I'm using my left, I have to sort of like turn my head or move the gun over. To sort of like line it up to do my thing. But I still feel more comfortable with it in my left hand. I mean, and when I wear my fishing vest, as I love to call it, the one that look, he's carrying a gun vest. Is I all and it has holsters on each side, and 99% of the time, even when I was if I was carrying it in my holster on my side, on the right hand side, if I was wearing the vest, I would grab the gun and I would put it in the right hand pocket if I could grab it with my left hand. That's my if you throw something at me, my left hand is going to go out first to grab it because that's just my natural thing to do. So anyway, so that's where I was going with the tape and stuff on my use it on my left hand because it's the worst, but it's the one I'm more comfortable with shooting. And but I was looking at that. It's yeah.
Athletic tape.
Well, no, it's actually basically same stuff. But
Okay.
this one, where in the hell is it now? Let me find it.
My mom was in manufacturing for years, or assembly and whatnot, and she used some tape like that. She swore by it for, I don't know if it arthritis and cuts, whatnot, but she I can remember seeing rolls of it in her car, and so I'd assume it probably, depending on what you're doing, probably could be beneficial. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. And this particular tape, I mean, on here they're calling it judo tape.
okay.
Basically it's thin. It, it's thin tape. I mean, like like they use in hospital. When they
Mm-hmm.
band, the old days when we were
Okay.
in school. Type kind of stuff.
Yeah, the
And
stuff I'm thinking about is a little, probably a little thicker, and it has like a texture to it. So I don't know. I guess it's
well, this stuff,
maybe different purpose. So I don't know.
yeah, I mean, this stuff looks like it's got texture to it. Hang on, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share this picture I got. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get me in trouble or not, but we'll give it a go. Is this the one? Share screen. Is that the one I want to share? Yeah. Okay. Where is it? All right. All right. Can you see that? That
Yep.
guy's hand with the black tape.
Yep.
That kind of tape is what I'm on about.
Okay. Yeah, it looks similar.
Yeah. And if you go down here, you can see how this is white tape, but see how it's crossed over on his fingers underneath. That's what he suggests doing. So
okay. Yeah, it looks pretty. The first picture looked pretty similar, except the stuff my mom used was green. But
yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
I assume different manufacturers, whatever, probably got different colors or marketed for different purposes. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, the only reason I mentioned that one, he also says the only issue he had using other kinds of tape is if you start sweating and stuff, it might start itching as the sweat works its way underneath it and stuff. That one he said doesn't seem to. It seems to wick the sweat off or whatever, so
yep.
you don't get irritation. But I don't play. I don't shoot for hours and hours and hours anyway. My shooting sessions maybe last an hour, hour and a half, and I'm only done because my hands can't take anymore.
I just try not to put it on super tight, obviously, because you start restricting blood flow in your thumb, and that probably ain't gonna be good either.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he suggests you just put it on enough there to, make it feel, basically like my compression gloves. It sort of squeezes my hand and make
A
it.
little snug,
It
but
makes me
nothing
feel
major.
a little better,
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's a new thing to me. I don't know. It might work, but when you consider all the miracle cures and pills out there, and Lord knows what, a roll of tape is to me a no brainer. I'd try that first. Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I mean, look, I take that hydrochloroquine for my arthritis anyway. My doctor prescribed me that years ago. And talking about that, I've been reading. If you, I mean, the commercials on TV. I haven't seen hydrochloroquine on TV, but where I'm going with this, but you see any drug on TV, the one that makes me really laugh, besides will cause death, is when they say, "Do not take if you're allergic." Well, how do you know you're allergic until you fucking take it?
Yeah.
That's what that one gets me. But yes, I I was reading up on hydrochloroquine anyway for a reason, and it says after taking it 5 years continuously, which I've been taking it for at least 6 that I can remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look it up. Maybe even longer because I've been here almost 8, and I was taking it when I moved here. So, been a while. But what it says is one of its bad side effects. It I can't even the name of it now. A disease in the eyeball. Makes you sort of go blind eventually. I can't think of the name
Cataract
of
or
it.
something like
No,
that.
not a cataract. There's a disease. I can't think of the name of it now for it. I mean, a lot of old people get it anyway, whether they're taking hydrochloroquine or not. But it's one of the side effects of this drug, and they said you should get tested. After 5 years of continuous use. So I thought
I'd
next
see if there
go to
was
the
something
doctor.
other than.
I'd
see if there was something other than that you could take. Maybe switch it up because
hell, I've been taking
technically,
this for years. Why do I want to change now?
well, because of the long-term effects.
Hey,
It's
it kept me safe from COVID.
those days are over. I'm just saying, it's like anything. If you always take Excedrin, after a while, your body builds a tolerance. So
yeah,
maybe it's still working and whatnot, but obviously, if you're risking side effects or organ damage or something like that, it would probably be a wise thing to see if there was anything comparable. Right. I'm just it's your body, man. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. But you're right. I mean, back to what you're saying, if tape can help me more than a drug, I might as well use the tape. So I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a try.
Who knows? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, another
or
suggestion.
Even just
go on.
I was gonna say, or even just switch the drug up. Again, you might need less of something else, or something else may not have that concern of a side effect. Or something else could have worse side effects, and you're better off just staying with what you got. But it's good to look at your options. I would say that with anything over enough time, whether it's a phone bill, medication, car insurance, whatever. Look into your options because you get used to things, and then sometimes you find out there's a better deal, but you weren't never even thought to look.
Yeah, was he talking about that? You were saying that. You mentioned phone, right?
Yep.
My cell phone, I call it a cell phone, they're whatever you want to call them. But I've been using Verizon, right? And I happened to go on the website the other day because I was looking at for something. And it says, congratulations on being a customer for 25 years. I've been with the same carrier. That's a long time.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, only how many other deals I missed out on from other carriers because I never swapped.
Yeah, in that time frame, it's hard to say.
But
hard to say. But,
it's. But I mean, Verizon's done everything I want. I've never. I mean, I get good reception in most of everywhere I go. I don't have a problem. It just, I don't know. Even out here in the middle of nowhere, I get good reception. So, I don't know. I've been with them 25 years. It's kind of got to the point where I don't really feel kind of bad if I dropped them now. I don't. Anyway, back to what we were discussing, shooting with disabilities. Another thing it suggests, I'm looking at me, is that I know people all have others. As I said to everybody in the chat here, if you got anything you want to bring up or ask, drop me a line and I can do it. But it is like on my 380 is if I'm having trouble holding the gun, they said make a thicker grip on it. You know, if you've got if you know if there's a way to make it thicker, because basically what it's saying is the thinner the gun is. They said this sounds strange. The thinner the gun is, the thinner gun is, the more your hands got to hold it to keep a grip on it, and it uses more tendons and muscles on a thinner grip than it does a fatter one. It's hard to explain, but I understood what he was saying, you know. So, but right now my grip's fine on my gun, the way I've got it set up. But it's just something that I was thinking about that that could be a few more years down the road. I might have to do that if that thumb gets any worse. But luckily, when I'm shooting left-handed, right? I mean that my left thumb sits on top anyway, so I'm not really putting any pressure on it. So, let's see. Plus my wrist. I wonder about that taping my wrists up, like we used to do when we played football and shit. I don't know if taping my wrists up will help with some of the recoil shock. Because it's just what does it is using my hands, taking the recoil, even if it's light from a 380. It aggravates your tendons and your joints, which causes the arthritis to flare up. And that's why normally after shooting, I ache in my worse than normal because of that. Plus, like, especially, like now, it's been damp all day. My shoulders right now are absolutely, my hands are hurting too, but my shoulders are killing me right now. It's miserable. And I'm thinking if I didn't take my my medications, I wonder what kind of agony I'd be in. So I don't know. Poor me.
Another thing that could help, if I'm going by memory here, but I believe when I was told that I have it, arthritis in my feet or whatever, they gave me a list of exercises and recommendations for diet. So I'm not sure because if I'm honest, I didn't really follow the diet ones. But maybe you should. There might be something to do with diet as well, with certain types of food that may keep it from flaring as much. I don't know. Something you might want to look into. Maybe you don't want to look into it. I don't know.
It's something I might need to look at because I've looked into other stuff. Diet is the one thing that I shy from.
Yeah, but
as you can tell,
I don't know if there's certain types of there might be certain types of things they recommend you stay away from or add more. So
that's like
if
you suffer from gout, they say it's a certain acid that builds up in your system, and certain foods bring it on. If you ease off of those foods, the chances of your gout flaring up is less. So I can't see the same principle with arthritis, because isn't gout really a form of arthritis in a way?
I'm not sure. I got a friend that's got it, and he altered his diet due to it. So yeah. And he seems to be doing better now. So
yeah, diet has a what you eat. What's the old saying? Your body is your temple. Your body's a temple, or whatever. What you put in it does affect it.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. There's somebody you know, I was what you call it? One of these YouTubes I follow. In it is a couple I watch, and she come down with auto you auto you uh, you mean her body can't. She keeps getting sick so much now because her body immune system is shot. Right?
Auto, you mean,
Yeah, you
or
know what I'm
something
talking
like
about.
that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she's trying
Trouble
everything.
saying
They
it,
got
but
her
yeah.
on medication. The medication works and everything else. And she said, as she said, and I'm saying the same what she said, it could be all in my head. She goes, but she read somewhere or some person she was talking to told her to go to cut out gluten in her diet, right? And she said, I've done that. I don't eat any gluten anymore. And she says, I haven't had a flare up in months. You know, she goes, the other day we went out. She was telling the story. She said the other night, she's talking about like last week, or they went out to dinner. She ate something that had gluten in it. The next day or so, she felt like crap. You know, that sort of
Yep.
old like she had before. And she
Yep.
said a couple of days back on her non gluten diet, she was feeling great again. You know, so I was using that as an example of what you eat can make a difference to your body.
Hmm.
You know, so
We
it's
got
something to
a
look into.
we got a friend that's the same basically same scenario, same type of deal where she's for the longest was complaining, stomach issues, all this stuff after eating, and she started getting into that gluten free stuff and whatnot, and now she's basically feels way better. Like it's different person is what she's saying.
Yeah,
So yeah, it might be
yeah, something you need to. I
something
mean,
to look into for even the average person if you think you're under the weather or not doing so well.
oh yeah, Gizzard Gary just said yes. I I have had gout since last fall. New diet has pretty much cured it. You know, as you said, it's what you put in your body.
Right?
So I mean, I might be able to help myself some, even though it doesn't cure everything that's going on. It might make ease some of the flare ups. You know, so that's something to look. Definitely need to look into. I'm gonna have to do some research. That's what Google's for, isn't it? You know, so I'll sit here and do some research on that and see. But anyway,
There's got to be
uh,
something when it
yeah,
comes to different diets. There's the majority you probably don't like, but there's got to be something in there that's decent. That's I don't know.
oh yeah,
Not everything healthy for you tastes bad or
oh
whatnot.
I know
So
that.
you know,
I know, but everything that tastes good is bad for you.
right? Yeah, pretty much, except some fruit.
Yeah, I like fruit. I like eating salad too. You know, so
Yeah, I love fruit, but damn, fruit's expensive.
I know it
Fruit
is.
salad, like all the good stuff is expensive.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just what it is. If you want any quantity of it, large quantity, make a fruit
yeah,
salad and that shit ain't cheap.
yeah. I mean, like we had a salad the other day, and she had cooked some chicken, cut it into strips, then cut them in half. So you had little pieces of stripped chicken. Mix that in the salad. Oh man, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. Oh,
and that's all I had was that salad with chicken in it for my dinner. That was it. You know, it didn't do me no harm. I kind of enjoyed it actually. So there we go.
yeah, we do that often. Different types of chicken, but I've even used frozen chicken patties. You know, you cook those up and then slice them down, and you can make the strips out of them and throw them in. or grilled chicken or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
do all
Oh, here
types
you
of stuff.
go. Gary says no red meat, period. No soups made from meat stock. I eat a lot of boiled eggs, occasionally skinless chicken, lots of vegetables and fruits. That's all healthy stuff. But no red meat, period. I don't eat a lot of red meat now because I can't afford it. The only thing I eat that's red meat is hamburgers, and you know, and and if you want a healthy hamburger, if there's ever such a thing, is buy your own ground beef and make them. You buy the pre-bought frozen ones or whatever. They're full of all kinds of chemicals. You know.
Meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no red meat. I don't know, man. That's one of them things that's, I don't know if I'd rather jump off a cliff, be burnt alive, or drowned. I don't know.
Yeah. Mind you, Gary said, I've also lost 25 pounds or so in the last 3 months. Well, that's great. That is great. You know, that's, I mean, that's a good thing. Losing weight's always good. So, you know, yeah. So that's something I need to research is change of diet or even, I mean, whether I can change my diet 100% or whatever, but see if there's, I mean, there might not be any food that I eat. I need to find out what I can change that will help ease the arthritis, if there's any such thing out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but I believe there is, or at least suggestions. Because I got,
yeah,
like I said, I was given printouts of do this, do that, eat this, do that, all that crap, and you know, so
yeah,
there's got to be something to it. I just don't
oh,
recall what it was because it was
yeah,
so long.
yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. In the meantime, I'll use some of that tape on my fingers when I go shooting next. Or I got tape, not that particular type, but I got tape I can use. You know.
It might be called anti-inflammatory diet. I
Yeah.
think lady
Well,
was
basically, that's what
telling me.
I'm trying to avoid with the arthritis is stopping for it to inflame. You know. So basically, that's what it is. So all right. Anyway, moving on. Went went to my friends yesterday. The gas was $3.19. Went by the same gas station this morning. The price is now $3.29. You know,
349 here yesterday.
well, but where I'm going, I know there's an explanation for it. There's got the price of gas went down, but it was not a price. The price of barrel of oil went down. But my thing is, if we're meant to be uh, a country that is, what's the word I'm looking for, that we have our own enough fuel for we've got excess, we can sell it because we got more than we need. Then why in the hell just because we have issues and the world is having issues with Iran, right? Why is the price of our gas gone up? We don't even buy our oil from goddamn Iran. I can understand it if that's where we're buying our oil from. We don't even get our oil. The only people that get oil from Iran is Russia and China, mainly. You know? So why has the price gone up here? I understand there's a free market and all that crap, but no. They're down to gouging now. I'm sorry. It's, unless you've got a better explanation for me.
I don't know. I do know that Biden opened up all the reserves, fuel reserves and
Oh yeah,
whatnot.
I know that.
Had that spike, so which I'm not a huge fan of. I know, some people would say, well, that's what it's for or whatever, but I don't know. I see that more as a rainy day fund. or war or something along those lines. But you know, gas got going up to
He
$8 a gallon or something, I could understand. But
he released all that oil for to keep the price of gas level because it was coming
mhm.
up to an election.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're still trying to recover that as well. I'm not, I really don't know. All I know is I looked at the sign yesterday and I wasn't thrilled. So I don't check it every time I go, but yeah, 349 seems to be where it's been lately.
Yeah,
So around that area. So
so but another thing that's annoying me is I think I mention it last week is everybody calling it a war. It's a conflict, a situation. It ain't a war because the president cannot put us in a war. Only Congress can. You know, and anyway, I know that's maybe semantics to some people, but I don't think we're in a war. It's going to personally, there ain't much left Iran can do to us. The only thing that scares me is the amount of how many sleeper cells we got in this country that came through the border for the 4 years Biden was in charge. With no control over them whatsoever. That's what scares me more than anything else. So that's why you need to stay. That's why you need to still carry everywhere. Especially you up there in New York. Didn't they have bombs thrown at each other there in New York City?
uh, I think I seen something about, I don't know, Molotov cocktails or something like that. I don't know, but
No, when the
I,
IDFs or what do they call them got chucked
oh, okay.
into the
Okay. Yeah,
crowd.
I've been so busy. I didn't even
Yeah,
know. So,
I mean I think that they were homemade ones or whatever, but they didn't go off like they were meant to or whatever. You
okay.
know, but
Yeah, no, I mean, usually try to avoid crowds, avoid New York City like an extra hole in the head. Uh, Mainly because I'm cheap and it's a bitch. Everything about it's a pain in the ass, getting in,
yeah,
parking, paying to get in, cross the bridge or tunnel, or if you want to, even the train's gotten expensive if you want to park in
yeah,
Hoboken and take the train in.
yeah. But
And
what you know?
yeah, and now, you got that guy running the place. It's damn sure didn't get any better. So I don't know. Yeah, I try to avoid it, but
Yeah,
uh,
but where I was going at is if there is any there, you ain't far from where it could go down at. You know what I'm saying? You're in the same
yeah,
state. You
oh
know?
yeah, and we've had a lot of trouble close to us too, with people
Yeah,
getting arrested for being found with all types of what I'd consider goodies, but in the wrong hands.
yeah,
So it's a thing. You got a large population of people out here. There's a bunch of storefronts that don't do any business. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on here, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and there has been for a long time.
oh yeah, I agree. It's just you know, it's I don't
And
know.
it's not about drugs, at least from my, what I would assume, vacant stores. Back in the day, it was, usually a front to move drugs or money laundering, but this is different. So I'm not exactly sure. Can't put my finger on it. I don't have proof, but a little different.
yeah, yeah. But I just don't know. I'm just annoyed by the way we're getting taken on the gas on the price of oil. Just annoys the piss out of me. Things. I mean, things. I know things weren't prices weren't diving down like people expected them to do from day one. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but I feel this year is going to be the year that we start seeing improvements in the economy and all that kind of stuff. I really do. then this thing, situation happens. But I think this is, I I don't know if this is going to hurt us or help us in the midterms. Hopefully, they're far enough away that something else will take the people's mind off of, this will be over and then on be to the next problem.
Yeah,
So
we'll probably be dealing with Cuba in a week or two.
yeah,
And if
yeah.
Mexico don't get in line, we might have to go slap them up too.
Oh,
Which,
absolutely.
honestly, I wouldn't be necessarily against with Mexico. So, because I think their president's crooked as hell. I think their whole government is tied in with the cartels and all this. And
Oh, I do too. I do too.
if you're allowing all that shit's coming across our borders. I mean, it's costing us money. If we got to invest money and time into this shit, then you might as well, pay for it one
Yeah.
form or another. But
Another,
that's just me. I don't know. I'm an asshole, so
yeah. See, another thing.
I'm
I
not
mean,
for. Go ahead.
yeah, just a few weeks ago, the liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to call them, were all up in arms on what the United States did to Venezuela. But you go down to Venezuela, the people are loving it. Their
Mhm.
their life is being turned back to the way it used to be, and they can sit there and they're still having they can have a demonstration and not get arrested for it and thrown in jail. So I mean, they're as happy as can. I mean, of course, no matter what you do, there's always going to people like this country too. There's always going to people that are going to piss and moan even if they're hung with a new rope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's,
Well, even Iran, you got all these girls out on the street celebrating without their jobs and everything, and
yeah.
it's a change, it's a big difference. It seems like the only people that are pissed off are like the lefties here that
Well, that's
have never
because
lived under that type of rule. So I mean, I
yeah.
don't know even what the hell they're bitching about.
Plus, the Democrats have got to see. Problem is now they got to try to explain why they sent them plane loads of fucking money. That's why the Democrats are pissed off. They're being caught out for all that money. What do you think they were going to spend it on? Education and all that shit. The LBGQWXZ crowd out there in Iran. Do you think they were spending it on weapons? If they weren't building their gun, trying to get their nuclear weapons, they're spending it on terrorists killing Americans. We paid for the terrorists to kill us. We gave them the money to do it. Basically, if you follow the money. So, don't get me started on all this.
Hey, you weren't even supposed to talk about politics. I mean, come on, man.
I know.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're breaking your own rules.
I know, but it's been bothering me for the last couple of weeks, and I've been buying them. And as soon as I say goodbye, I think I should have brought it up. I know I should have. So no, I am trying to behave. I really am. But it's good to talk it out every now and then. But see, I'm preaching to the choir too, I think. Mind you, the chat's being very quiet. Either they all left us, because they're tired of my ranting, or they're agreeing with me. So anyway, it's almost it's almost quiz time. Damn. Doesn't the time go fast when you're having fun? So if anybody's left in here, just where is it? My question, my quiz. It's real easy, and the drawing will be on. What we in March now? It will be the 1st of April. April Fool's Day is the first Wednesday of the month. So the question is, you email me. What I want to know was, what was the last date of the last U.S. cavalry versus Indian battle? I want to email me at rickslife at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by the 1st of April, and you'll be in for the swag pack drawing. So there we go. There's that taken care of. So, no, I think that there's what was I going to say to you? Can't remember what I was going to say. And then let's have a look. Who we got? What we got? Yeah, I'm just having a look at the analytics. Is that what they call them? We've had people come in and go. So people are starting to drift out now. It's not because of my topic. It's because it's getting towards the end. And there's somebody else, some other show starting, I imagine, pretty soon. So, have you eaten already? What you have?
Yeah, the lady made burgers, and we just did burgers and chips.
I had that last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, and like I said, I passed out, so I was surprised because she didn't hit me up for money. So. But yeah, it was good, decent. Homemade burgers. We did it the old school way on bread instead of buns because we had bread. So
yeah,
sloppy, greasy burger, good stuff.
Yeah, you can't beat a greasy burger. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Gotta do it like you said earlier.
I'm just reading here. Gary wrote this about 10, 15 minutes ago. Excuse me. He said, yeah, research on Google, for the diet. He said also he takes tart cherry extract every day in gummy form. It's supposed to flush out the system. Oh, see? There you go. Tart cherry extract. Never heard of it. I mean, I know what tart cherry is, but I never heard of something like that flushing out your system. But hey, if it works for you, do it, is what I say.
It'll be something for you to look into as well.
Oh, so. Yeah, it is. I'm going to look into all that stuff.
My vitamins are gummies. I'm glad they got gummies. I mean, I know, how they're made can be questionable, but it's nice. I don't know. Gummy goes down better, especially if you don't have a drink with you or something.
Yes.
As far as pill or whatnot. So
yeah.
So it's pretty decent. So I'm happy for the gummy form. Let me put it that way. So it makes it easier on the fly or whatever. So
see, but I don't have
some of them are good.
Like I take at nighttime. I mean, I got to take a gabapentin, a big old 300 milligram thing, and a hydrochloroquine tablet. I got to take two of those. I got to take two tablets. I just throw them in my mouth and swallow. No water, nothing.
Yep.
I don't. I can do it easily, And even if I have a headache or something, my go-to is Excedrins. I'll pop two of those in my mouth and just swallow. I can do it, no problem. People look at me and go, how in the hell do you do that? I don't know. I just do it. So.
Got these magnesium gummies. Oh, my God. Like, I got to stop myself. I'll eat those like candy, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They got to be careful. It's like the flavor. Like, it's an awesome flavor. Like, I wish there's candy like that. I don't know how the hell, I guess they don't make chemical or vitamin flavor candy, but it's pretty damn good. You're like, oh man, I'd like to eat another, but you shouldn't. So
yeah,
careful with the gum. It's like
You
the
know?
old Flintstone vitamins. You know, you don't want to get your stomach pumped by killing half a bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know. Anyway, it's you got anything you want to finish up with here?
Nothing really, other than obviously, you know, all you great people out there. Thanks for joining us, and obviously, you should eat a salad. Look into your health because your body and mind are your best tools available, as they say, and or also your best investments. So, other than that, and stay cool, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. So with that, I'm about ready to call it. But also, if there's anything that you guys want to talk about on the Shooting with Disabilities section, please drop me a line at rickslifeasIseeit at gmail.com. I would appreciate it, you know, to because I want to keep that going. And, hopefully we can get more people coming back to the room too, because if it takes off and people are coming back and they want to hear it, I don't mind changing the show back to like it used to be. I really don't. So I just want to throw that out there. So also with that, I think that's it. And it is quitting time, and I'm going to call it. I'm calling it because I haven't eaten yet. So I normally eat before, but I didn't eat today. So I'm going to go eat, and I will see everybody next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you all next week. So good night, everybody. Good night.